Rico Toro. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Primera vez lavo los platos aquí, mira, mira. Tiene visto cuando lavo los platos.
Que la hay, mi gente. So, much love. Big shout out to Travis and those brothers from the Carolinas. Mad cool brothers. Show me a lot of love. Show some of the other channels a lot of love. So, shout out to them. Give me a thumbs up for them and me. So, here we go. You know, by the way, also, if we're not already Facebook friends, don't send me Facebook messages asking me questions about your upcoming trip or something. You know, shoot me an email, which is always in the description of the channel. And, you know, sometimes, we'll exchange WhatsApps. So, you know, just a heads up, like for you guys that haven't met me yet, that possibly wish to link up while you're here. Usually what's going to happen is I'll keep you in mind. You know, you drop me a WhatsApp when you're here. And when I'm out and about, I'll just tell you my movements. Hey, I'm going to be at Merengue Bar for a little while, about 7:30. Hey, I'm going to be at Mamwana. I'm going to be at, whatever. So that's typically how I move. You know, I'm not that guy you're going to call at 10 to 12, on a random Tuesday and meet you at the casino. I don't care if you're paying my cover or offering to buy me drinks. I'd rather buy my own drinks than come to the casino at midnight on a random Tuesday. That's just me. I'm just not. Don't have the patience. Don't have the energy to be going out late like that too much anymore, especially early in the week. So, but like I say, I usually, people that I want to touch base with or want to touch base with, usually I'll let you know my movements so you'll know where to find me. And that's just how I do it. I'm pretty accessible. I'm not that hard to find. So, I don't know where I'm going with this video yet, but the title will clearly reflect it though at the end. No clickbait. So, you gotta educate the ladies. We try to educate the fellas as well. But you gotta school the ladies a little bit too to help them. I'm not the union rep, but I want all sides to be treated fairly in the end. So, you gotta pick their brains sometimes. Especially, if it's a one and done, in and out type of lady, of course, there's not a lot of talk about, especially if there's a language barrier. But, if it's somebody you see repeatedly, sometimes you got to get in their brain. Of course, after the fun, after the romance is over, not before, because you don't want to mess up and have any distractions during that time. So when they're about to leave, sometimes just sit them down and start asking some questions. That's what I do. So, for example, I was comparing, I wanted to know, I thought this question as one of my on and off regulars was on the way. I won't say she's part of the team. So I asked her, what is the difference between this year's Super Bowl weekend, when everything was open, versus last year's Super Bowl weekend, when a lot of things were closed? I know how much money the Amiga handed me to put in my safe. If y'all don't already know that story, I'm not going to go through it again. But, you know, for safekeeping, I was asked to hold some money. While an Amiga was in process of finding a new apartment. And I know how much money this particular lady friend that was visiting made last year. Because I asked her. She told me. Because I heard different numbers from some of the guys about what numbers like some of their favoritas were telling them. If you don't know what a favorita is, it means favorite. Like your favorite girl. Favorita. Work on that. So, she told me this year was worse, even though everything was open. And and that's not the first time I'm hearing that. So, you know, I'm thinking that, yeah, I got my own theories, but I want to hear from her. You know, her theory was a lot of guys really just wanted to watch the game. You know, weren't thinking about company, weren't thinking about ladies. You know, she was, and I believe that. I believe that's true. You know, to some degree, because you know I explain, you know, sometimes to different ones that, you know, sometimes when we're out and about, especially in the evening or at night, we're just out having fun. We've already did what we wanted to do as far as company, companionship, boom, boom, romance. We've already did that early, got out of the way. So when we're out chilling, we're just out chilling. So, you know, except for those like, you know, young guys that can go like 3-4 times every day, you know, on a short trip. You know, many of us, you know, we're calling, I mean, this is not just me, but guys that are even just on vacations that come down a few times a year. You know, they're handling their business early. So, you know, there's just the rest of the day, they're just hanging out and enjoying things. And she said, okay, all right, good perspective there. And her perspective kind of beside, you know, was also, so I asked her this question. I said, well, another perspective I got was guys were just being cheap, which, when I hear that, I'm actually proud because it means guys are learning. Guys are learning, like, you know, I mean, what everybody considers value is different than others. And, you know, I'm going to go back. I'm not counting anybody's money. I don't need to. But when guys complain to me and when they share to me, you know, these things, it becomes my business. So I don't ever like put my nose into other people's business. Their business is brought to me. So I said, well, that means they're learning, you know, and I said, the problem is, from my perspective, is you got girls that might be 3s and 4s taking advice from girls that are 7 and 8s, and the 3 and 4 just can't place as much value on that box, that pineapple juice, you know, as a 7 and 8. I mean, it's subjective, I get it. I also think it's, you know, Super Bowl is one of those times when I swear I saw a lot of girls that looked like the blind leading the blind around. Like, there were so many people on the street at times. You see some girls like a group of 3 or 4 walking down Pedro Plasante. That's Main Street, by the way, Pedro Plasante. And they're like, where do we go? What do we do? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Do we cross? Do we go forward? Do we go backward? Which way are the police coming? You know, which way are the ballers? Like, you know, they're just all over. So, and I think it's because some of them, that was their first return since the pandemic. And some of those were a little misinformed maybe. And maybe they were just, some of them, I think they're holding out, hoping they're going to hit the lottery. But instead of hitting the lottery, you know, all they do is hitting whatever lint and trash is in the bottom of their purse because, you know, they overvalue that box, not thinking of competition. So there you go. You gotta learn from the ladies. You gotta school them a little bit. You know, gotta do that. And when they come over to see you, something is in disarray or something needs done, they'll gladly do it most of the time. And, you know, I think it's like, you know, I have my thing about the dishes here. You know, if there's dishes in the sink, if you don't, you you might, usually those that have been here that I see regularly, they know. If they go get I'll get them a glass of juice. I'm not, you know, I'm a good host. I believe in being a good host. Yeah, you get them a glass of juice or soda, you know, pop a Presidente for them. But, you know, if they go in the kitchen and they can't deny if they see a sink full of dishes. So they can do those. They can take the initiative to do those and shouldn't have to be asked. The first time, yes, gotta ask them. So I think Bo Rake was one of the first to say this before, you know, and I'm not like, you know, I'm not like picking on nobody, you know, like it's your vacation to do what you want to do. And, you know, I feel like I got to preface things now a little bit because, you know, 99 out of 100 of y'all get it. You know, you watch enough to read between the lines, to break things down. But there's always that one person that, you know, gets sidetracked or is a little slow processing things, or, you know, that short attention span mofo that just can't follow, that misses the point. But Bo Rake said this, like, you know, he's like, why are these dudes are like 17 deep in a villa having a barbecue, and they got 37 girls laying around on the sofa watching Netflix, playing with their phone, taking selfies, you know, looking for other dudes. You know, they're not doing nothing. They're just laying around. But the dudes are in there grilling, washing dishes, wiping the counters down, you know, sauteing the meat, you know, steaming the vegetables, you know, flipping burgers. The dudes mopping the floor. The dudes are doing all the work, all the heavy lifting. But yet they have a house full of traditional Latin women sitting on their asses, you know, and it's not like they're doing so for free. So, you know, it's just, so you gotta get what you can, what you should. Let's say your money, your time, your vacation. Do what you want to do. You know, I'm just talking. This could be entertainment value. This could be some small seeds, small gems planted. But, you know, I'm just saying, some things just don't make a lot of sense to me. Like I say, I don't care always what the next man does, man. I just want to spend a perspective on it, you know. Stay well, stay blessed. Rico Toro.